So anyway, so it says to her, it says, there's no way with a camel with a hump that small could fit in a door that big. Hola amigos, it's Faraga, as usual. Playing through Sonic Advance, as usual. Alright, so anyway, in the last episode we beat Zone 3 and now we're on to Zone 4, and I missed a checkpoint there. Anyway, we're gonna see more of Tails' ability to be incredibly broken in this game. Like, seriously, game breaker. I mean, just like, when you've got Tails here, there's really no point as playing as the other characters, because Tails just overall has the best abilities, and that might be a little bit of the reason why I like him so much. I mean, it's just because he makes the game frighteningly easy. But another reason I like him is just because he's a cute and cuddly little bastard who just happens to have the knowledge to build a plane by himself. At like 12 years old or something. Or is he 12 years old? No, I always thought he was 12 years old and stuff, but I never really, what's the things and stuff, like, I mean, I got into a discussion once about how old he was, and I thought he was 12 years old, because, I mean, but he's like 8 or something. Which still doesn't mean he's the youngest character of the Sonic series by far, because if I remember correctly, both Cream and Charmy are like 6 years old. And I'm just like, why would you have 6-year-old characters? Now, I can understand 8-year-old, because, I mean, that's an age in which, well, kids are gonna go and get into video games, obviously, because, I mean, the ESRB rating for E for everyone, I mean, originally I think it was like for ages 7+ and stuff, and I don't know, but I mean, like, nobody wants to play as a kindergartner. Everyone seems to want to play as an infant, though. That's why Baby Mario and Baby Luigi are such popular characters in the Mario-verse, but... Schwa, okay. Snow slows us down, spikes slow us down a bit as well, but they mostly just make us fly back and go out. Anyway, hold down, Championship Edition. Alright, so fly up here, actually. I wonder what's up here. You know what? I don't wonder anymore, because I kinda don't care. Anyway, Tails has the ability to swim in the water, by the way. Just do a little dog paddle thing, and once again, it breaks the game. Except, once again, he also has limited endurance for his swimming ability. Anyway, ooh, 311. Amber is the color of our energy, after all. So, Ice Mountain Zone Act 2. Then we go over here, and... I know, the thing is, I don't want to consider myself a horrible LPer, although I know I'm not a good LPer by any means. I mean, honestly, not a lot of my commentary is particularly interesting, and... you know, like, I guess sometimes I can entertain my friends, but there are a lot of subjects I'm talking about in these LPs and stuff that I kinda don't want my friends to hear about. Just like, oh, I like such and such girl who is in my class or something like that. I mean, it's just like... no, I don't want my friends to hear about that, because then they'd try to help. And I realize by now that I'm kind of helpless. I mean, it's kind of hopeless for me, really, and... oh, right, this act is incredibly short. That's something. So anyway, Tails pretty much breaks this boss in half, well, like he does with all the bosses. Let's swim up here, and... we can actually just fly into him and damage him with the propeller end of our butt. Propeller butt. Propeller butt. There we go. So we pretty much propeller butted him to death. Anyway, yeah, and boss beaten. Wow. That was fast. And let's wait for the capsule. Bam! Love that. And I'm gonna be right back to just watch the capsule. Alright, so now I'm back. I'm back in black and yellow. And possibly orange, and green, and violet, and ultramaroon. Or ultramarine, I guess. Is ultramarine an actual color? I know aquamarine is an actual color, but I mean... Well, obviously it's gonna be aquamarine, I mean... I don't know, space marine sounds like the... I mean, everyone's just like, oh, you're badass if you're a space marine, and I'm just like, how can you be a space marine? I mean, isn't something that is marine, like, based on water? Like, a marine mammal isn't a mammal that's, like, got a gun and is shooting aliens and Nazis and... Did I really just pronounce it Nazi? Shooting aliens and stuff and bad guys. No, a marine mammal is a mammal underwater that lives in the water. Like a whale, for instance. And that reminds me of another thing and stuff, like, a lot of people are just like, ooh, Shamu is a pretty orca whale, and I'm just like, orca whales are not whales. They're dolphins. They are orca dolphins. They're quite literally dolphins. They are not whales. They do not meet the classification of whales. It is too small to be a whale. It's a dolphin, and a lot of people just don't get that. Obviously, because once you call something something else, there's like, people got used to using the same term over and over. It's just like, oh, when people call me a grammar Nazi and stuff, I mean, it's just like, no, I'm not a Nazi. I'm not a socialist in Germany. I'm not part of the German Socialist Party. Well, first off, I'm from Spain, so obviously I can't be in the German Socialist Party, but I mean, like, who's ever heard of a Spanish-German? I wonder what the name of a Spanish-German actually would be. Now I don't. No, I don't wonder at all. Nope. Never mind has said anything about, Spanish Germans. Of course not. I'm certainly not going to repeat what I just thought, because that would be inappropriate. Anyway. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, there's a couple of things that I say in these LPs that I'd kind of be better if strangers or people that don't know me and can't try to help know about it and stuff. Like, for instance, oh, that thing I was going with the girl that, like, denied me and stuff. Well, I'm not gonna say denied, because then I sound like a pompous asshole. Not like I'm not one already, because, I mean, I'm pretty much a smug, overconfident jerk. What's really weird is just, I don't know how I came to like her, I just did. That's the weird thing. I don't know, maybe it's because she's Asian or something, maybe it's the glasses. I have no idea, but she's just like one of the most attractive girls I've ever seen in my life, and it's just like weird, you know? Because normally, I wouldn't be going out of my way to like say, oh, you're prettyful, I want to go out with you. And normally I would just be minding my own business and stuff, like... I'd be minding my own business, just playing a video game and stuff like... I remember back in elementary school, I was pretty much too hooked on, like, cartoons and video games and stuff to actually care about people, and it was back in the days where, I mean... It was everything that a boy had to be obsessed with and stuff had to be something, you know, manly, like trucks and bugs and trucks and stuff like that, something violent, and like playing with little plastic toy soldiers and shooting Nazis and stuff. There I go saying Nazi again. It's gonna be my catchphrase from now on. Okay, maybe not. But I mean, I wasn't really into that, but I had to be into that, and I know, I think through a portion of elementary school, my behaviors were kind of just like, I don't know, well, they'd be defined now as homosexual, but I mean, like, I was innocent back then. I didn't know if there was anything morally wrong with, like, doing things and stuff. Like, I've kissed guys. I really have. Then again, I've kissed a lot of things. I've kissed walls, I've kissed posters of women, I've kissed iPods, I've kissed... Hell, I've even kissed cats. And that was the worst thing ever, kissing a cat. Because cats are hairy. I mean, why would you ever kiss a cat? They're hairy and stuff. I mean, I understand, oh, I mean, it's nice, you give the cat a little goodnight kiss, because you're a pet owner, and you want to have your cat get a goodnight kiss. You're gonna tell it a bedtime story, you're gonna give it a glass of warm milk, maybe you put on some jazz, or some ambient music to help them sleep. God, my throat's sore now. I still gotta take my prescription, too, so I'll take, like, a prescription, or my prescription, and then take a cough drop or something. Take a Luden's cough drop. I don't know, Luden's cough drops, they're not particularly effective, but I like them. And the main reason I like them, of course, is because they taste goddamn good. I mean, honestly, like, you have a cherry-flavored Luden's throat drop and stuff, and then just like, oh, it's not a particularly effective cough drop or anything, but it does what it does. I mean, it's not as effective as, say, the Burt's Bees cough drops, but those are made with bee vomit. Alright, so anyway, we're coming up to this clearing, and we're gonna have to fight Mecha Knuckles! Or should I say, Muckles! Alright, so Muckles here is a bit easy. Gotta be careful though, he can do a 1-2 punch, he can just do BAM BAM! 1-2 punch! BAM BAM! Take that, Mr. Cow! Pretty much keep on this guy, and eventually he'll start to mess up and do stupid things. Now, obviously, you want to avoid the missile attack at all costs, because it's a hidden missile! Oh god, he just killed me. He just killed me! He just killed me. Alright, so anyway. Back to Mecha Knuckles! Muckles! Honestly, when I was a kid and stuff, I thought the idea of a Mecha Knuckles, or at least for this zone, didn't make much sense, and then it wasn't until later that I made the... Okay, really. It wasn't until later, when I had played more of the Sonic series and stuff, that I made the connection. Now, the major connection here, of course, is Knuckles is from Angel Island Zone. And this is called Angel Island Zone, so what better robot than a copy of Knuckles, the guardian of the Master Emerald. See, back when I was playing this game for the first time, I didn't know that. I didn't know what the Chaos Emeralds were. I'd never gone in-depth with a Sonic game before. Well, I kinda knew what they were, because they were in the Game Gear game, but I mean, like, I never really went out of my way and got them all. So anyway, Mecha Knuckles just spins around like somebody just got hit by an attack in Street Fighter or something. Spin around. And, I don't know, I kind of want to save Zone 6 and the X Zone for the last video of Tales of Story Mode and cut this all into 3 parts and stuff, so I'm gonna cut it here actually. I know it's a bit short, but I'm gonna cut it here, and next time, we're gonna take on Egg Rocket, Chaos Angel, and the X Zone. So until then, this is Dust Frog signing out.